Hello everyone. So in this video we will go through DynamoDB. So DynamoDB is one of the AWS services. So it is a NoSQL database service provided by AWS. Mostly DynamoDB is used for its speed and high scalability. So let's dive into the lab. Here we will create a table. I'm just gonna name it books, and we need a partition key. So partition key is something like an unique identifier which enables us to identify a particular data structure. So generally if we know the concept of SQL, we know we have a primary key. So partition key is something that is similar to a primary key, okay? And we also got a sort key over here. Now sort key is a different part of a primary key. Now we use that sort key in order to identify or maybe like filter the particular table one step further. So in this lab we are not going to use any sort of sort key right now. The primary key is good enough for us. Everything put it on the default. So there are different capacity mode like on demand or maybe provisioned. So if you want to go for provision mode, it will enable us to specify how much throughput we need. So it could be higher or lower depending upon our use case, and the cost will depend upon the throughput itself. But in a capacity mode like on demand, it depends upon how much data we put it in the DynamoDB and how much data we extract from DynamoDB or query from it. So it depends upon the amount of connection we establish with DynamoDB. So that's how we calculate the cost for DynamoDB. Let's create a table. Now once a table is created, it might take some time. Let me just enable the terminal for now while this is being created. Now we know this cloud shell we can connect to our AWS account, and we can run different commands over here. Just give it some time. Yeah, so we got our DynamoDB table created. This might take some time still. Okay, so this is the DynamoDB table. Let me just close this one now. So we know we got a table called books. We just created it. And yeah, let's go to action, or we can see explore the table item. So we can click on it and we can see the table is completely empty right now. So if you want to create any sort of element over here, we can just click create, and we got ISBN as a primary key. This is the most this cannot be this is the compulsory value that we want. So I'm just gonna copy paste, like let's say I'm just gonna put some value over here. This is the ISBN number, and we can add multiple attributes over here. Let's say, so if you want to add maybe a title, it's gonna be a string. So I can put it over here, title. I can say just book 1, or if you can do, let's say another one, I want to put author, and this is going to be author 1, and create an item. So this is one way to create, or this is one way to insert an item in a DynamoDB table. Okay, so we got an item over here, right? So if you want to run any query, we can just click on the filter, and let's say we want to check the ISBN number, and then we want to enter the value, then it will run a query to get that particular value. Or we can add multiple filters. Let me just refresh the page. Yeah, so we can search only by ISBN number because it is the key that we are in. So it is a partition key, right? So we can only search by this particular ID only. So let's go to our terminal, and we can use some AWS command to interact with DynamoDB. I'm just gonna copy paste the command from runbook. I'll give you the runbook code as well. So this is the command that I'm gonna copy paste. I'm just gonna write AWS DynamoDB put item. So this is the command for DynamoDB, and it says table name would be book. So yeah, we got the books. So make sure you match the table name, and the item would be ISBN, title, author. But as you can see, I have also put genre over here. Okay, So this is a NoSQL database, so you don't really need to particularly define or like structure all the elements like SQL beforehand. You can just put author, or you can just put any you can just add any other element over here, and it will be okay to just put it in a DynamoDB table, and it will just manage it. But we need to define what kind of item type is it. So a genre could be a string. Maybe we want to put a number, we can just put a number over here, and then we can add number. Let me just paste it over here and press enter. So as you can see, the command ran, no error. Let me just go to my DynamoDB table here and just refresh it. Now you can see there is a new item over here, and in genre one is empty, one got epic. So the first item that we put, it didn't have a genre, okay, but it has but the second item had it. So it doesn't matter, right? Like any, so let's give you an example. Like there could be, in a Facebook there could be different posts, right? 100 of different posts. Some posts might have comments, some might not. So in this case, like only those posts that have comment we can add like this. So that's how the NoSQL database works. Let me just show you another query over here. Just gonna paste it. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, so AWS DynamoDB get item, and we're gonna get item via the key name, via the ISBN number, and that number is this. Just paste it and press enter. Yeah, so you can see it retrieves the item, Odyssey, and you can see all the items details. So this is how you use the API, DynamoDB API, to interact with the DynamoDB table. And it's another command that you can use to scan the entire table. Just I'm gonna paste it over here and enter. So this actually lists all the items within the table, and you can see there are 2 items. Everything is in the JSON format. So yeah, that's all for DynamoDB. Thank you.